Well, it's Christian and David here, and we're having a quick EuroAsia Scrum. Christian, you got some updates for us?
Yes. I've had a few problems with different machines and things like that, so I've got a bit delayed over the last couple of weeks or so, but I'm back up to speed again now, and I did some work yesterday on the article vote feature for website 1. I've got that, I can show you it's running. There's a few extra things to do in there, I think, at the moment. Not much, really. I updated the Pivotal Tracker with the latest changes. Let me find that.
Oh, that's great.
Article vote feature. I'll share my screen. Sorry. Pull that out. Screen share. Yeah. Just help me remind me. Alright. Latest comment. Yeah, so the basically voting up and the voting down an article is working. I've got cucumber tests and aspect tests for the feature. I've currently only added it to the show article page. I didn't really know where to put it, so I put it up at the top.
Yeah.
I can bring that up and show you if you're interested. Voters have to be logged in. They can only vote once, but I haven't actually got a test for that at the moment. They updated the gem a few days ago and changed some of the method names. So I've made changes to that and I've updated that to 090. I think I really need to refactor the background data setup in the cucumber test. And the reason for that is I had to create users on the fly for who can actually vote, and they have to be different users because you can't have the same user voting twice on an article. Mm-hmm. And I wanted some with a sort of negative number and a couple, one with a 0 and one with a positive number. So I didn't really know if there was anywhere in the system I could sort of generate it. So I sort of hacked it really by putting another column in the table and then taking it out. But I don't think it really ought to be left like that. If there is a way, I saw something last night, fake user or fake something or other, and maybe that was it. But I think it might be better to actually pair with somebody who's got a little bit more experience for website 1, who might be able to just point me in the right direction for that.
Good, yeah.
All I'm doing is making an email address with a couple of numbers at the moment to make them unique. I forgot to put this in, and I remembered when I was updating this thing. I'm not preventing at the moment the author from voting on his own article. I mean, that's not a big deal, it's just a check. Yeah. It was probably quite handy for me not to have that in at the moment, because then I can just, on the dev system.
Well, I store my GitHub repositories that I care about, and the ones I don't care about then disappear down the list when you look at my profile. So
Oh,
voting on your own things isn't always a bad thing, as long as you only vote once.
yeah. It's just a link. There's no images or buttons, and I'll leave that for someone else to sort out. And I'm thinking, as I mentioned, the refactor of the background data setup, and I can try and set up a pairing session sometime today.
Good, right.
I put my GitHub link there, and there's the actual branch it's on. So anybody can see it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
What was I going to do here? I was going to do this. I might be able to even just show you quickly.
All right, good. That's good because I haven't any updates to date since the last Scrum I was at. I'll see if I can put a link to your GitHub in the chat.
Can you see? Have I got the right screen being shared at the moment? Agile Ventures.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I see. Yes, your local version of Agile Ventures.
Okay, so here we are. This article's been voted twice. Once by me and once by random guy. And we can sort of cancel the upvote, so that will take it back down to 1. Or upvote it again. Up to 2, or you can just downvote it, and that takes us down to 0. Cancel my downvote, and it ends up at 1.
Yeah.
And there's a little flash message up there and right. So it works, but I don't know if it's how you want it. So I don't know what the next stage really is in terms of doing this. I enjoyed doing this, and I spent it. It was good because it took me, you know, I went through the routing in some detail to try and understand what was going on with some of the other aspects. So it was the most complicated and sophisticated bit of routing I've seen in Rails really up to now. But I would like to work with somebody on it again. I'm not saying it's finished.
Yeah,
carry on.
I was going to suggest give a shout in the what's it called, the Slack chat for somebody from Website One. Yeah, I don't have. I've only got a few minutes of experience on Website One, so. Although, yeah. Okay, that's really good. I think I'll put a link to your repository. Where did it go?
So I haven't done a pull request or anything like that yet, but it is merged with. I did an upstream merge, so it is. I think we can see here. Where do I see that? This branch is 0 commits ahead and 0 commits behind. So I think I'm up to date with everything.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I imagine that's the way they'd like to work on there. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. The only thing I would mention is my plans for the day, and that's hoping to meet with Sam and do a code review on feature flags for local support. See if we can come to common mind about whether and where it should be used.
What are feature flags? Are they?
There's basically just being able to turn a feature on and off by changing a flag in the database or changing an environment variable or something. So we piloted it by trying to turn off the volunteer opportunities feature where we advertise basically for unpaid jobs.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's interesting.
So we just with that flag, you'll hide the links and stop any of the controllers working.
I saw that you moved that recently to another host, Ninefold. Is that what it was called?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. It's an Australian company, platform as a service company that's offered us offered to subsidize the hosting.
Oh, that was good.
And the initial driver for that was that well, I think we asked Heroku to subsidize us. We wanted secure sockets layer hosting so that people's passwords would be encrypted when they log in.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, Heroku don't do that, do they?
Heroku does that, but it's quite expensive, and we didn't have the funding for it. So Ninefold quite generously stepped in, and Ninefold is actually the company that Risa from Agile Ventures went to work for a little while ago.
Oh, yes, I have seen that name.
Yeah, so she was a TA on CS169, and after she was a student on it. So that's my updates. I'll stop the broadcast there.
Okay.